Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a video about adaptations that are soon coming, being released, or currently in the works. We have a lot of things coming out or currently being made or just being announced, so I thought I would make a video to keep you guys updated on any new romance books that are going to be adapted. So if you're at all interested, just keep watching. So the very first one is going to be The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. And if you guys are regulars on my channel, you'll know that I did a video about The Housemaid. I did a book review and I did talk a little bit about the adaptation in that video. So if you guys want to refer to that, I will leave the link down below, but I will just get into it slightly. If you, it's a whole collection of books in this series, and the very first one is being adapted. It's going to be released, if I'm correct, December 19th. It's going to be a holiday release, very fun, something to look forward to, and it's basically a twisty, turny thriller that keeps you hooked all the way through. I read this book in the summer, and it was my very first read of the summer. I totally enjoyed it and I couldn't put it down until it was finished. So I highly recommend the book, but if you just want to watch the movie, it is going to be coming out this December, and it's going to be in theaters, so definitely go check that out. Alright guys, so the next one is actually called The Last Sunrise by Anna Todd, and if you're a fan of After, you might recognize this author's name. This is actually going to be adapted by her production company. I think it might be the second film made by her production company. I did a little bit of research. I have not read this book, but the book, I believe, follows a young couple. It's going to be a coming of age story, and it follows a young girl named Rai, whose mother is incredibly overprotective, and she actually gets a work opportunity that takes them to Mallorca, Spain. There she meets a young Spaniard, and I guess the story just follows the two of them and their journey on how they fall in love. But yeah, if you're looking for a coming of age story and you really like Anna Todd, this might be something that you want to look into. This is currently in production. I don't believe they've wrapped. I might be wrong. I do follow Anna Todd, so I have seen a few updates on this specific project. I know that they have casted and they have been filming. I'm just not sure if they are wrapped or if it's in post-production. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this project specifically, be sure to title it, write the title in the comment section, and I can make a video following up for you guys. But yeah, if you're into Anna Todd's stories, this might be something that interests you, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so the next one is called People We Meet on Vacation, and this story I have not read also, but I did do a little bit of research, and it follows Poppy and Alex, two best friends who don't live close to each other and have very different lives, but are friends nonetheless. And every summer they take vacations together, and I think what happens one night kind of changes the trajectory of the relationship, and so this is what the story is going to be about. It's going to follow their ups and downs and just kind of their story. So if you're interested in something like that, this one is already in, I think, even out of post-production. In fact, I believe there's a trailer that was released. If I can find it, I will link it down below. I remember actually seeing it on my Instagram. So I'm sure if you guys are all clued in and tuned into all this sort of stuff, you probably have seen the trailer too. I have read that it is quite anticipated, because I do remember this book being kind of popular a while back. So yeah, this one is coming out, and this one is by Emily Henry. So I haven't never read any of her books, so if you guys are fans of her books, this might definitely be something that will interest you for sure. The next one is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and this book I literally have seen everywhere. I think in the last year or even previously, everywhere, all over the bookstore. It was very, very popular. It was on like the book talk table in the bookstore at the very front of the store. It's very, very big fan base, and I think really popular, and that's why they're adapting it. I saw the news about this a couple months ago, and they ended up casting Lily Reinhart to play the lead. So lots of, I think, excitement around this adaptation. They, I think, are in the middle of filming, so it's not post-production. I know they released the cast and who's playing who, but and then I did see a few things about them being in the middle of filming, so definitely something that's going to come out, I believe, in like 2026. But yeah, very exciting, very cool. I don't think a trailer has come out, but yeah, I think it's very fun. I believe, I have not read the book myself, but I believe the story follows, again, I did a little research, the story follows a biologist who Lily is playing, named Olive, and she has a very kind of specific way at looking at love. Again, she's a scientist, so she likes facts and hard proof, but you know, so I think the story is gonna follow her and her journey when she meets a guy that she kind of starts having feelings for. So it's going to be really interesting to actually see this. I do like Lily Reinhart. I have seen a few movies of hers, and I think it's going to be really interesting. I don't remember the guy who is playing the lead, but I mean the name of him. I don't know his name at all, but I believe he's in what's that show that films all over here in Toronto? It's crazy. I can't remember it right now, but it's a really popular show, and he plays the teacher in that show. And I know I'm not making any sense, but if I find the poster of the show, I'm gonna put it here. And I put a picture of him, actually, even better. But yeah, he's gonna be I think also he also played Lucifer in that show. There was like a ABC show called Lucifer, and he was the lead in that show. I might be wrong, I don't know, but I will post. No, that's not him, it's a different guy. I think it's a different guy, but nonetheless, I will put the show and his face right here so you guys know who I'm talking about. But this is about the love hypothesis. So definitely, I think a lot of people are going to be tuned in. This one is going to be released. Again, I think it's going to come out 2026. They're in the middle of, you know, filming. I have seen a few shots of them on set and, you know, filming. So it all looks very exciting. And I'm sure there are a lot of people waiting for this story to come out, because I do remember it having a large fan base. All right, guys, so this one, I remember seeing something vaguely about this adaptation earlier this year. I will be honest, I haven't heard anything new recently, but I do know it's being adapted. It's The Deal from the Off-Campus series by L. Kennedy, I believe it is. I'm gonna check my notes. Yeah, L. Kennedy. Very popular series. I think a lot of teenagers in high school loved this series. It's a you know, I think it revolves around the hockey world. I can't remember if I've ever read a book from this series or not, because I am familiar with L. Kennedy. I just can't remember if I read it. I probably have, I just don't remember for the life of me. But it is being adapted. I think I did see something about them casting already. If so, I will put something on here briefly so you guys can like have visuals. But I do know for sure that this is being adapted. I don't know the dates. I don't think there's anything out. I don't even know if they're in post-production or pre-production or what's happening really, but I do know for sure that this is being adapted, and it does have a significant fan base. So if you are one of those fans, you have something to look forward to. But yeah, I do know that for sure. This is being adapted. Of course, things happen and it could have been canceled, but I do know it's in the works at the moment. So we'll see where this goes. Again, if you guys want me to kind of go a little deeper, give you more information like my Passion Flicks updates, I can do that on any specific adaptation. Just let me know in the comments, and I can definitely keep you guys updated. I love making these videos. I think they're so fun. So just let me know. With that being said, moving along. All right, guys, just as I've brought up Passion Flicks, my next one is actually Passion Flicks related. I'm going to do this one because I think a few people were asking questions about this in my last Passionflix update video, and they aren't completely clear on it. If you're not clear on it, it's about the Black Dagger Brotherhood, and it is season 2. It has been confirmed and is going to be made and adapted, and this will follow the book Lover Eternal, and this is Rage's story. So I'm kind of excited about this because I have read a couple of the books in the series, and I really did like Rage's story. I found it very interesting, especially with the whole dragon element of it. I don't want to spoil anything, but they have greenlit this. I think they've also greenlit season 3 as well, but I will be keeping you guys updated in my Passionflix updates about the Black Dagger Brotherhood, so there's no need to worry about that. But this is also something that's going to be adapted, and I feel like after the first season they have a really solid viewer locked in, so definitely look out for the Black Dagger Brotherhood continuation. Yeah, so just keep your eyes out, guys. Okay guys, so my very last book adaptation in this list is going to be Verity by Colleen Hoover. Now, I have not read this book, but I have heard so much, and I have seen the hype, and I've seen the fan base and everything. Again, very similar to The Love Hypothesis. This has a really big fan base, and I've heard news about this book being adapted a while back. Very star-studded cast. We've got Josh Hartnett, we've got Dakota Johnson, and we've got Anne Hathaway, so very big names, and they're in the middle of filming. We've seen photos of them filming, I believe, in New York City. I think it's New York. Again, I don't know much of the story at all, and I kind of want to keep it that way because I feel like it's going to be so interesting when it comes out. They're in the middle of filming. I don't think there's a release date, but yeah, it looks very exciting, very interesting. I've heard so much about it. It's described as a mystery thriller romance, so I'm definitely excited. They have been adapting a lot of Colleen Hoover books, and I will say that they've definitely kept me interested. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to see this one because of the cast also. I mean, they've got some really good actors listed for this, so it's going to be very interesting. But yeah, that is pretty much everything for this list. Overall, I'm really excited to see all of these stories come to life and see the final product. I will be sure to list all of the dates that I know are available down in the comments or in the box down below, so you guys have the information. But that's everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and before I close this out, be sure to check out my blog that I will link down below. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for coming back to this channel, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye!